FMtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I'm here with the wonderful Nick Hunter, who is a truly fantastic senior engineer of ours. He is a incredible UI UX designer, one of the best in the business. And he's also really good at twisting FileMaker to basically go to as farther than you think it can go. Nick does the thing with FileMaker that I think a lot of people don't think you can do with FileMaker, so it's really quite cool. We have him here for many, many series. So today we are finishing up our creating, deleting, and duplicating related records series with Nick. I think today we're covering duplication specifically. Tomorrow will be an open Q&A about Nick FileMaker tips and tricks. So if you have questions about Nick's stuff specifically, like you look through his sample files, you're like, man, I have no idea I'm looking at. Now would be the time. If you have questions actually at the end of today, you feel free to write them in Discord. That way Nick can look at them if he wants to before tomorrow. Friday will be an open FileMaker Q&A with RC and Jacob. Monday will be custom functions in FileMaker Jake Shealy. And then Tuesday, Nick starts his final mini series for 2 weeks, which will be the build a 2-level hamburger menu with keyboard navigation, which should be quite entertaining. So if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to get our FM Training annual subscription bundles. We have 3 options. They are 100+ hours of really high energy video training content. Basically, if you're like, hey, I'm new to the platform, or there's like gaps in my knowledge of the platform, or these live streams aren't covering enough for me, feel free to pick these up. They come in 15 to 20 minute bite-sized chunks, animated. Richard is talking for them. You won't get bored, promise. So if you've bought this already, thank you very much. But with that being said, Nick, what are we doing today?
Okay, today we don't do duplication. That was yesterday.
Oh, was that yesterday? I'm sorry. That's what I get for trying to remember properly.
Yeah, no, today we do the deletion.
There we go. It was the other D word. I knew it was a D word. I knew it was D word related. Okay, there we go.
So today we do the deletion. Okay, so so the deletion always be a problem. And the first problem we have is how long it takes. The other problem we have is when you have, let me share, let me open something before. So the problem we have with the deletion is this. So the problem we have with the deletion is when you have something like this, what is deleting and what is not deleting. You know, when you have you have a relationship and you want to delete records with the relationship. You know, when you have this checked, right? When you have this checked, delete, right? Or when you have this delete here, when you have to delete this one, right? So when you say delete or this one, right? So which one is deleting? We have no idea. So I try to help myself and to put in a name who is deleting. Okay, this deletes. I put in a name, but it's not here delete. So that means if I have a delete here, that means here I'm deleting, right? So in the name, I'm putting here that I'm creation and delete. So in the name, I'm putting create, delete. This is create, a delete, right? It's doing the two. Right? And sometimes I'm putting sort, like this. I'm saying, oh, I'm sorting. And sometimes I'm saying create, delete, sort, So you put that on the name. But it's not reliable. But you have it, if you do this, if you do what I'm doing, put in the name, right? But sometimes the name is truncated like this, right? Sometimes you don't show all the name, like this, it's truncated, right? But I have a technique. I'm going whatever here in a calculation and I'm putting delete. All of those deletes, all of those relationship deletes, delete. You see? Here it doesn't show, but it deletes, deletes. So that's why, I put in the calculation delete. If I want the one that creates, all of those creates, all of those. Right? So this is a technique I have, but still it's not practical. So I'm using the remote delete technique, right? That I'm using here, right? That the remote delete technique. So And I'm going to show you that today, how to build this technique here. So let's discard this, put that on the side. Because let's say here, I'm here, and I want to delete, I want to activate delete here. I want, whenever I delete in table A, everything related with this ID, delete everything related. So if I open this, and I open the table B, I have 800,000 records here, right? Almost 900,000. And here what happened if I delete that record? You know, I'm delete the table A with that ID. Here what happened? This happened. So we stuck here for some time, right? And we have no way to get out, because if I press stop, it will take longer to cancel this than do it, right? So here is deleting, is gathering the information. It didn't delete yet. So it's gathering the information, the records out of my 900,000 here, right? So that's what it's doing. It's gathering the records, right? But we have no idea how long it will take, because this is not a progression bar. It's an infinite progression, okay? So, and it doesn't, it looks weird, because you see what he's doing here. So he's gathering the records. I have 10,000, I have 50,000 records here to delete. So it takes a lot of time. And most of the time when we do this, we cancel. I mean, we force quit and we say, or no, forget about it. Which what I'm going to do, because it will take forever, right? So I'm quitting this, and I'm going to restart FileMaker. Sorry for my messy, busy layout. Desktop. So I'm going to open this one. So how can I do, right, to avoid that problem and to delete records remotely? I mean, to delete records via relationship without having this problem. There, we create a table named remote deletes, right? It's a new table with one field here. One field. Deletes ID, right? I have one field. That's it. And I say here, I have the remote deletes. And I say I want to delete records are on table B, right? Table B, deletion, right? And I'm going to say, whatever the ID I put here, I want to link this with the table A foreign key. And this, I'm saying delete. And I make sure I have none here, right? Make sure I have none here. No, no, no. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, right? I'm going to transfer the deletion to the server, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to copy this ID, create a new record here, put the ID here, and we are going to delete that record, right? So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to delete that record on server, right? So while we do that, so I'm going to show you. So the server will delete that. So imagine that we have a script, so more than imagine, we're doing the script. And we say this script here, delete table A records, okay? Related records. And here we say, we need another script. So we need another script here, which is the PSoS. So I'm going to copy this, okay? Paste this here, and this is a PSoS. It's a perform script on server, right? And here I'm saying perform script on server. This PSoS delete, and whatever the script no, I don't need that. I want to select in the table A the ID. So I'm putting in the parameter, I am putting the ID of the table A because I want to delete table A, right? I want to delete the table A related records. That's what I want to do. So I want to delete all the records here related with this foreign key on the table A. And I want the server to do that. So I'm transferring to server the ID of this, right? And what the server will do, okay? Go to layouts, the table B, okay? This what, no. I go to layout, sorry, the remote delete, right? I'm going to this layout here. I'm going to there. I'm going here to that table, the remote delete table. I'm going to set the field, set fields, okay. In the remote delete table, this delete ID with whatever ID the script parameter is telling me. So this is to initiate the process. I'm performing a script on server to delete using that ID. I'm going there, go to the remote delete layout. I'm setting this field. So here, I'm new record, sorry, doing a new record. I'm setting the field with the ID, and I'm deleting that record, right? So, because from that table, I said I want to, from that table to that table to the table B, I said I want to delete. FileMaker will gather whatever the ID I put here. It will say, okay, I'm going to find everything there, and I'm going that match that ID with that field, and I'm going to delete all the records I found. So you still use the relationship to delete because it is faster than searching for that ID and delete, like using a script saying, find records and do delete all. It's faster to do that way. Not only is faster, but I'm going to show you how powerful this is. Okay? So let's try it, right? So, and you can choose to wait until this is done or not. But when this is done, right, you say delete the record where you're in, right? So you do that first, okay? If gets last error, and you say alt. So, right? Yeah, but if I do this, let's not complicate that first. Let's make it simple. You go there, you gather the table A, right? And then you delete the records. That means you gather this, go to the server, delete all of this, and then you delete that record. Okay? Because I am not deleting that record. I'm deleting the record from the remote delete table. So I'm not going to delete that, right? So it's not from A to B that deletes. It's from remote delete to table B that deletes. Okay. So let's do it. So I have a button here, and I'm going to say delete record. And I'm going to use that script, right? And I'm going to do this, right? So what's the script do? I'm going on server. Oh, I did it so fast. So let's go to another one. Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, this one. Okay. Sorry for that. So here, let me delete all the records. So I have 0 record in that table here. And I'm going to show you the table B to show you the counts going down, right? What does the script do? You go to the server with this ID. So let's first, I have related record for that, right? So that's my records. I have 49,000 records, right? Almost 50,000. Those records are related to that. So here, look what happened here, right? I don't know if we will see something here because it's very fast. I'm deleting, delete. It didn't do anything. That's why it was fast. Okay, go to remove the new record, set field. Oh, maybe I didn't do a commit. We need to commit. So you set the fields with the whatever the ID, and then you commit and then you delete. Okay, so let's do it. So it deletes all the records, right? So the 50,000 records are going to be deleted from the table here, right? So, but the server is doing it. Normally, I don't bother waiting, right? I don't bother waiting. I'm just removing this. Okay, so 50,000 records in less than 10 seconds. 50,000 records in less than 10 seconds. And then I'm deleting that one because that's what I want to do. I want to delete the record, right? So I'm deleting this, boom. Right? So I can do it again. So I'm looking for those. I might have another 50,000 record, right? I'm here. I press delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why so slow? No, it's not. It's done. It will be done. It will be done. 15, 16, 17. Bam. Okay, 17 seconds to delete the 50,000 record. No, it didn't finish. I don't know because my server sometimes do some. It was fast, like a minute ago. Uh-huh. Okay, so my server. I hope my server is not. It takes longer than expected. I hope I'm not doing a backup on the server, whatever. Okay. It deletes. Okay. So yeah, it takes like 25 seconds, but it will take like half an hour or on the local on the server. So I'm doing with 50,000 records, so I can do it again. Maybe because I'm showing the record here, right? Because this slow down the process. When you show the record here, right, it slow down the process. So I'm closing this and I'm closing this, to make sure that I have nothing to disrupt the process. So let's see, delete. Because when you show the records and you do this, it slows down everything. So let's see how it works. But if it takes 20 seconds, that means that's, but still, deleting 50,000 records in 20 seconds, it's kind of cool. Okay, see? So it was the showing the records that was disrupting. Let's do it again. So showing the records on the table disrupts. Okay. So do we have questions?
You could gather the fields in a single field in the parent table, table A, question mark.
Gather the field. Can you repeat the question here?
Yes. You could gather the fields in a single field in the parent table.
Mm-hmm. gather the field in a single field in the
To
parent
have like a
table.
backup.
Oh yeah, if you can have a backup, but you know, why having a backup? I want to delete the record. So I want to do the same as this. I want to do the same as this. I mean, I'm deleting a record in table A that deletes all the related record in table B. I want to do the same, right? I want to do the same. So now that you understand, because do we have another question or not?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. So normally what I'm doing, and to make this process clean, okay, you set a variable and you say current ID, and you gather the table A ID in a variable, okay? Then you say delete yes, no. So you keep the natural behavior FileMaker, and you say get if get last error. That means if you cancel this, you want to cancel the scripts, right? So that means you want to keep the natural behavior of FileMaker, and then you say, okay, so you gather the ID, you delete the records that won't delete the related record, that won't delete the related records, because I don't have anything from table A to table B that deletes. I have anything, right? I have nothing. So I delete this, so the record will be deleted immediately. But if I say no, I want to, let's set error capture, right? If I say no, I want this to cancel, so that means if I say delete and I say no, cancel, that's an error 1. So alt, forget about it, okay? Only if I say yes, if I say delete, then it proceeds, go to the server and delete the records, right? So this is the right way to do, but I didn't want to make it complicated to make sure that people understand. We transfer the ID there in that table, and we create a new record, we set the field, we commit, and we delete the record. That will action this deletion here. So now there's another cool stuff we can do with this, okay? Another really cool stuff we can do. Let's say table A magic key, okay? No, let's do something different. Let's build something cleaner for people to understand, okay? I have the table A, true, okay. And from table A, I have table B records, and I have table C records, and I have table D records, right? I have table C, table D records. So I have from table A, I have this, and this. I'm going to allow the creation because I'm going to create records, right? So let's say I am in this situation. So I have a new layout. Right? And I am in this situation where I have this, and I have oh yeah, sorry. I need to point this to the table A2. Okay. So I have Table B records, I have table C records, and I have table D records. So a typical FileMaker situation where we have, Nick, Rick, Marge, right? And I don't know, Scott, okay? And here I have USA, France, I don't know, UK, Colombia. And here I have, I don't know, or give me the, Marge, give me pet names.
Pet names?
Yes.
Bella, Gus,
Gus? Gus?
P-U-S, Brandy, Foxy. Do you need
Okay.
more? Are you good? Okay.
Okay, we good. So I have 3 tables, right? And I want to use the remote delete, and they are all related with the same primary keys, right? So it's a typical situation. You have, I don't know, the list of projects, the list of estimates, the list of, like in FMSP, project, estimate, invoices, product, whatever, all related to the same accounts, right? So that's the same situation. I'm going back here and I say table C deletion, pointing to the table C. A table D deletion, pointing to the table D. Right? And I'm saying with a foreign key, the same foreign key, right? And the same foreign key. And all 3, B, C, D, and all 3, I'm saying delete, and I'm saying delete. Right? So now, you guess what happened, right? I'm going to open the table B, C, and D, right? And I'm going to select those records, select those records, and select those records. That D1, sorry. I need to open D, not the D1, D. Okay. So here I have the pet names, here I have the countries, and here I have the name, right? Okay. So now I have the name, the same delete scripts, right? But from a different one, I can use the same because it's from table A, so it's the same script. So I have the same script, right? The same script, but now, right? Now, so here, right? And now look what happened. So I have 1, 2, 3 tables, delete. Yes. And it didn't do it. Ha! Cool. Why? Why? I was in the table A, right? Yeah. So why? So it's okay. I can just gather this one, new record, and put it back. Okay. So why didn't do it? Delete, current, deleting, go to delete. I don't understand why. Delete records. Yeah, delete this one. Then it goes there. Table A. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I knew it. Because because normally I'm not doing this, So let's to avoid that problem, we said this. So we put that in the script parameter. So that means now this script is universal. That means I'm putting the ID I want in the script parameter for it. Here is coming from that table, and on the other script here is coming from another table. Here is coming from table A, right? And on this one, it was coming from table A2. So that's why it didn't work. But now I have a script that works on both tables, okay? It's a universal script. I can use that script for everything. Whatever this will be from any table, right? The script parameter will give me the right ID, right? So sorry for that, but it's okay. It's a good case scenario. So now I have 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Do you want to delete? Yes. And boom. And ciao. So you have 3. It deletes all the records on 3 tables, right? So that being said, I want to do something else now. So I have my list of names here, USA and UK and France and whatever, Italy. And here we have Bella, Gus, Foxy, Brandy. Huh. One is missing, I don't remember. Okay. So I have this on this record here. But now I have a new record where I have, I don't know, Mark, Michelle, Scott, Stu, Foxy Jack, right? And here I have, I don't know, Peru, whatever, France. And here I have, whatever, Foxy and, Rocky, whatever. So I have 2 records, this one and this one, right? We okay with this? I have 2 records here, right? And I want in one action to delete the records of those 2. Okay, so let's do this. I want this one and this one, right? So this is, I have my 2 records here. I'm doing the same here. I'm going to find this one and this one, right? So I have Peru, France, so I have 2. And I'm doing the same here. Find, new request. Right? So I have Michelle, Mark. Okay. So I have this and this and this. Right? And I want in one action to delete the records of those 2 of this record and this one. So I want to delete all the related. Okay. So I'm opening the remote deletion. I'm doing manually, but I'm going to do the script later. And I'm going to do this. New record, paste this ID, paste this ID, right? So I have 2 IDs done. Are we okay with this? Okay. So what happened now if I delete this, right? It will delete all the related records of those two IDs. Oh, okay. I didn't do on server, but I could have done on server. You understand? So that means if you put the two IDs, 2, 3, 10 IDs, right? It will delete all the ID it found here in that table, in that field. If you put two IDs in the same field, right? It will delete whatever it found, right? Are we okay with this? So do we have any question on this?
Could you make a delete ID field a global?
No, it won't work. It needs to be a record with a true. That's why I need to commit. That's why I need to commit, because it needs to be a real record with a real field, right? Doesn't matter. It won't work if it's a global. It needs to be a real field, not global. Anyway, this record will never exist because I created, set, and deleted. So this table will always be empty. Always be empty. Because you create the record, you set the field, you commit, and you delete it. So that means you use the relationship to delete. But can you imagine that you want to do this? You want to go to all the table, look for the records on two IDs, on 3 different tables, using perform find, and can you imagine the complexity of the script just to do this simple thing? Imagine that you have 15 records that you want to delete, right? Or all the records, by the way, you know? So whatever, if you want, you understand? So you have 3 tables. So that means you need a script to say, okay, first you need a loop to loop that for each ID that you have, go to each table, look for the records, delete all the records found, and that for all the ID that you selected here. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I didn't even change the scripts. It is the same scripts, right? So I can, normally what I'm doing, okay? You can tag the records or whatever, you want to delete, right? So look what we can do here, okay? So let's pick something that has something here. Okay. It's all empty. That's weird. I should have at least one record here. But I might have record, but they are hidden. Anyway, so let's do it again. The same example. Okay. So I have 1, 2, and 3 here. I have A, B, and C, and I have 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I have that record here. Then I have another one where I'm going to do 0, 9, 8, Z, Y, and here I have 555, 777, and 999. Okay, so I have 3 records here, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, 1. I have 2 records. So let's put another one. 45, 78, 90, AA, BB, CC, and TT, YY, UU. Okay. So I have 3 records, right? That I want to set as delete, right? So I want to say I have a tag here. So that's one way to do that, to delete, right? So it's a tag. And yeah, tag, right? And I want that to be, so I'm putting that here, tag to delete. I want that to be, oops, a checkbox. With one, right? So I want to tag those records as deletes, okay? So I want this one to be delete, this one to be delete, this one to be delete. So 3 records, right? That the 3 records I want to delete, right? So I'm creating a relationship here, right? Not here, sorry, here. I'm going to create a relationship here that goes to the table A to delete. Table A to table A, right? Right? And, oh, I need a permanent link. So what a permanent link? Permanent link. It's a global field where I have always one in that field. Okay. So in that field, here, permanent link, I have always one. And all the records has one. It's a global field. Okay. All the records. So now I'm doing this. I'm linking this permanent link with the tag to be deleted. Okay. So now I have the way, thanks to that relationship, I know the list of oh yeah, but I need that in table 2. Sorry for that. I knew it. I wasn't on the right spot, so I can do this here. Okay. 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 So now it's the same, but it's in a different table. So now I can here say I want, right, the list of what to be deleted. So I have 3 records. That my 3 records that I want to delete, right? Are we okay with that? So that the 3 records I need to delete, right? If I add another one, like this one, I have 4 now in that list. Oh yeah, I need to commit the record. I have 4 now because I added one. So this system, we've collect the 4 records are tagged to delete, right? So now this is delete record, and this is delete selected records, right? And the script parameter, that's why you know now, because I'm using parameter, I want the list of the IDs I want to delete, right? So the relationship, this relationship tells me this is a list of the selected records to be deleted, right? The script, it's the same. It goes to the server, set all the IDs I selected, delete the related records, and then we need to do something here, right? We need, because this script here is not really the same. I need another one. This is delete a record single. And this is deleted record selected. Right? Okay. So we don't delete those right now. We gather the ID and we do the same PSoS, but here we have a difference. First, we need a show dialog, right? Say delete records. So we can do something like this if you want, because that's cool. I can show you some tricks, right? Delete, counts, whatever I need to delete, right? And records. So now my message here, do you want to delete this? Do you want to delete that? Okay. And then if get last message choice equal to alt. That means if I select cancel, stop it. Right? Always do this. Don't say if you select one, do it. No. You say if you cancel it, cancel. Forget about it. Because you don't want to put between an if a large amount of things. If you cancel, alt, period. Okay? Okay. Otherwise, do it. And when you're done, here's what you do. Go to related records. All the records you want to delete, show only related records. And here, delete all. That means you selected those 4 records, right? So I have 4 records selected. I want the server to delete all the related records on all the tables using the the remote deletion, right? And after that, show me those 4 records and delete them. The primary records, right? The main records. So let's do this. So I have my list of IDs, list of, right? Always. I'm here, right? So whatever, that's my records. So let's say I'm done selecting all the records, right? He says set variable. So that's why I'm setting variable. Why? Because I can see, right? I can see the current. Okay, so it didn't do it correctly. Hold on. Maybe because I'm pointing to the wrong, table. Yeah, but why not? ID table. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Why this doesn't do the thing, right? Set by current. Oh, sorry. It was there on my face. So this is my 4 IDs. Do you want to delete 4 records? Yes, I want. It goes so let's show something here, so let's show to show you that it's doing something, right? So it's oh no, this one. So I select this one just to show you that right? So I have thing here, one thing here, right? So, but I have 4 records, but if it deletes those, it deletes the 4, right? So I can, let's do that on this one, right? So I can do this. So on one, at least I can show you, say modified, new, and I want this one, right? The other one doesn't have any. Okay, so perform, right? So close this, save. So I have can close this. So I have this one, and this one. Okay, so I have all those records, right? But this one shows all the records, right? And I want to delete, so let's make this. Okay. Delete. So yes, I want to delete the 4 records, the 4 record of this, but I want to delete the related record of those 4 records, right? I execute the deletion for the 4 records. Bam. Now I said, show me those records, 4, right? Delete them. Bam. And you're good. Right? So you can do this for all the records you want, right? So I don't know, yeah, this one, for example, I want to target this one for deletion. Let's tag this one for deletion. Let's tag this one for deletion. Let's tag this one for deletion. So I can do something like to show you the thing right quick, I can do something like this. Go to related records and go to records from table A2 to table A2 to what the name? Oh, B deletion, new window, C deletion, new window, and D deletion, new window. So I can do this, boom. Oh, I'm not in the right layout. It's okay. Never mind. But it's okay. It's the same. I don't want to confuse you too much. So when I do this, so I have this. Do you want to delete? Yes. Bam, bam, bam. It deletes all the, it goes away. Go to the 4 records I selected, delete them, right? So imagine if you have millions of records like this, right? So I'm using this technique. Let me gather one where I have a record. So this one. Right. So for example, this one is a good example, perfect example. I have here I have how many records I have here? 40, okay? So I want to tag this one for deletion, right? And I want another one. Yeah, I have nothing in this one. So let me see. They're all empty. Whatever. But they have record, right? There's record here. And I want to find, so I tag this one, and I want to find this one. I tag this one, and I want to find another one. This one here. Oh, this one was already selected. Yeah, this one. Okay, and I tag this one. So I want here, see the count here will go down, right? So I click here. Here I have 66, and here 9045. Right? So I have a large selection because I have 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000. So we will see how many thousand it will go down, right? So all the records that I selected, I'm sending to the server, and I'm deleting exactly .ids. So here I have I think something like 100,000 or 150,000, something like this. So that's why I want to see that. So boom, see, it was like 10,000 or something, or 30,000 that go down, right? And here I'm 62 because I was 66 and I select 4, right?
To better understand the answer to David Angel's question, are you saying that GTR works from a global field, but delete via relationship doesn't?
Exactly.
Does creating via relationship work?
Yes, but deletion, no. Create, yes. You can have a global field in this side, and that's how the magic key works, by the way. You can have a global field here and create. But if you have a global field, delete, it won't work. It needs to be a local field, which is normal. It makes sense. Because I need the index. Everything is, based on this. So, but there's no reason to make there's no reason to make a global field. No reason. I'm creating a new record and I'm deleting it. So it will never be there. Nobody will see that, and all of this happen on server. So nobody will see anything on this table. You create a record, you delete it. So you will always be empty. If it's not empty, that's something wrong happened, right? So is that a good technique, by the way? Is that something you're going to use? Just question to the audience. Is that something you're going to use?
Probably yes. Yeah.
Because, okay, here was my concern at one point. First, I'm resolving the problem we have when you have hundreds of tables, hundreds of occurrence, and you don't have a clue which one deletes, not deletes, and sometimes you delete a record and you see all the related records deleted, and you don't know which one of those relationship is deleting the records, the related records, when you don't want that to happen. So that's what I'm saying. Forget about, create a table for that, and do that table to do all the deletion you want. But you don't scatter in all your relationship, which one deletes, which one don't delete, right? You have one spot named remote deletion, and you use that spot to delete records, right? So that's the first problem you resolve with that technique. The second problem you resolve is, I have a customer. He was creating records, like a kid in a candy store, right? So he was creating billions of records, and he was deleting them. Create, delete, like this, right? So, and he was doing crazy perform finds, delete all records stuff, and it was taking hours to delete records. So you had a problem with this. So I needed to solve the problem and I wanted to use a relationship to delete the records. Why? It's because, you can, I need to do something with the relationship. It was super easy, like deleting, like tagging the records you want to delete, right? So this technique is good because you tag the thing, and it wasn't taking hours. It was taking minutes, right? And in this case, we didn't care about doing this, right? You can turn that off. Because you don't care how long it will take to delete the records. So let me show you before we go. So let's say I'm going to select those records here, right? 50,000, perfect, right? I don't know how this will take, but I hope not too long. Yeah, forget about it. So something like this, for example, you want to do something like this, but you don't want to wait 2 billion hours. You want that to happen immediately, right? Here, what you do, look. Thanks to my friend, the script on server, right? So you create a script, perform so script, right? And you duplicate this, and you say PSoS. This script will do the PSoS, right? And the PSoS, you say, go to layouts, table B, right? Perform find on this number. Yeah, it's there, right? And replace field content 1 with this. Okay. 2 with this, and 3 with this. And look how long it takes. And I don't need to wait for that. So when you don't wait, I won't do the thing, right? Do the thing. We'll go to table B, look for that record here. You look for this record, right? For that table, that ID, and then it goes, and you perform that on server. Boom. It's going to do it. And you don't have to wait, right? You don't have to wait. So now if I'm going there, I'm selecting this record here. Right? So it's going to do the thing, right? It's going to replace and doing the thing. So that's the advantage of doing this on server, right? Right. So I wanted to do something. I don't remember what I wanted to. Why I'm doing this? I lost my stuff. I don't know. Cancel. Okay. So I want to delete that record here. Oh yeah. Sorry for that. I want to delete that without waiting. I don't want to wait. I don't wait. Right? So I'm deleting this record, and I don't want to wait that. I don't need, because you delete the records. So you don't care. Let the server do it. So you delete the record, you say delete. The server you can continue to work. You can continue to work. You can do whatever you want. The server is doing the job. Now he's doing it. It's doing it. 42, 40, but you can still working. You don't care about waiting. If it takes 2 minutes to delete all the records, you don't care. Because you delete, for you, the job is done. You delete that record. And the server you don't need to wait for it. I wanted to wait because I want to show you that it was fast, but you don't need to wait for it. So that technique is perfect, because you delete the record. Okay, go to the server, delete the record. I don't care about what you do. Do whatever you want, right? So that technique is cool, because you can delete a lot of records and you don't care, right? It frees you. When you have 2 million records, you want to delete 2 million records, related records, right? And you don't use that technique, okay, you spend your day waiting, right? So if we don't have any question, we can land the plane or the helicopter.
RC would probably say helicopter these days.
Yes.
Thank
No,
you very
thank-
much.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you. No, thank you. And so tomorrow we do a Q&A. So if you have that I want to remind people, it's a Q&A tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have questions, about anything, but something that I can understand, right? Don't tell me if you have a table A, table C, table B, and if it's windy outside, and if you have 2 hours of sun. I don't want that, because it's something, it's something I can understand, right?
Yeah, no. Yep, no, please bring your questions for Nick. Look through his sample files, come back. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate it.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir.